So to start with, anyone can take this, and I'd love to hear from all three of you. This might be a bit of there's no such thing question, but if there is such a thing as your typical day, what is it? Melanie?
Well, for me, there really is no typical day. I work on the breaking news desk, so technically what that means is that I'm available 24/7 for anything that might break. And when I'm not covering breaking news, that's when I can develop enterprise stories. But April 15th, I work afternoons, evenings. April 15th, that morning/afternoon, I was watching the Boston Marathon on the internet, and then got into work, and as soon as I got there was buzz on Facebook about something happening in Boston, and my boss said, just get to Boston. So all I had was like the clothes on my back, Other days I could have some downtime, and that's when I'll kind of review my emails and think about people I've met, and try to come up with some enterprise story ideas for my editor. But you just never know day to day.
Well, I'm a freelancer who works from home, so my day is even less predictable. Wake up, scan my email, Twitter, see what's going on, have breakfast, play with my daughter a little bit, then the nanny takes care of her. Then, it sort of depends on what the given project is. It's more, there's sort of a sequence of things I do through the week. I try to get the USA Today column out of the way. I would say by Tuesday, but probably it's going to be more like Wednesday this week. There'll be, it depends if I'm writing off some breaking news. For instance, yesterday I spent most of the day working on a piece about the NSA surveillance issue and how it's increasingly bizarre how it seems our most effective advocates for civil liberties online are not the people we hire to do the job of holding the executive branch accountable, but like Google and Facebook and Microsoft, who have their own PR problem that in this case may in fact coincide with trying to get some accountability for the NSA. They'll be answering email. It really sort of depends. And because I work from home, I may take off an hour to go weed in the garden or something, then go back to work, then have breakfast, then have dinner, then I may go back to work again. So, I don't know.
Secrets of the freelance life.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, typical day. It was funny. We had one of those weeks last week where we finally slowed down after a little while, so I thought, and I walked in and we had a strange week. I'm not on the nonprofit beat, but because I've lived in the nonprofit world, I kind of am the ad hoc nonprofit person when things happen. Well, in Washington, we had 3 major stories literally break within 2 days of each other, and my editor keeps sending me these tips okay, we got another one. So I spent most of my week writing about nonprofits and, Julie Rogers leaving Meyer Foundation and new head of the United Way and new head of Nonprofit Roundtable, and it was suddenly okay, all those lovely plans, I had to do all the enterprise stuff we were supposed to do, out the window. I'm less breaking news. I tend to be more feature, and I tend to be more of our projects, so it is a little more predictable where it's kind of planned out. I also spend a lot of my time doing a lot of video work now. Again, once a TV person, always a TV person. They kind of pull you back in. It's like The Godfather. And so I do a lot of that with some of the events and the news that we're doing. We're also doing a lot more video on our site, and it's becoming more of a key feature of what we're going to be doing in the future. So that's become kind of the new thing I'm spending my time on.